Hi friends, I hope you have a wonderful day, and this time I'm gonna be reacting to why does everybody loves Fernando Alonso. I would love to actually know it because, like I said in one video, like I have seen that a bunch of F1 commentators kind of loves him. So yeah, maybe I will too, I don't know. But yeah, let's just check it out.
The biggest surprise of the F1 2023 season has got to be the amount of times we've seen Fernando Alonso on the podium. Not only that, but when Alonso did achieve those great results, you could be assured he put in a drive deserving of being there. Seeing the two-time world champion finally back fighting for positions he deserved was something almost the entire F1 community enjoyed. But just why does everybody love Fernando Alonso? Alonso's Formula One career started over 20 years ago, back in 2001. Right from the get-go, many teams were keen to sign Fernando because he'd put in some impressive lap times despite his lack of single-seater experience. But it would be Flavio Briatore of Benetton that would have the honor of signing Fernando. However, due to Benetton's lineup of Fisichella and Jenson Button being locked out for the 2001 season, Alonso was loaned out to Minardi for 2001. Now, if you've heard that name before, you'll know that the team was absolutely terrible.
No, I don't know that team. Just Andrea Moda.
For that year, Fernando spent most of his time trailing around at the back of the grid, in what was more of a lawnmower than an F1 car. Oh, and that was if the car even made it to the finish line. However, he did manage to consistently outperform his teammate by a large margin. So for 2002, Briatore wanted Alonso to move up to the now rebranded Renault team, and gave him the role of test driver for that season in order to familiarize himself with the car. And when we rolled over to 2003...
Oh my god, he's so young. But it's the same.
Alonso was given a full-time drive. This is where we really start to see the Fernando we know today, with Alonso even managing to secure his first ever win at the Hungaroring that year, making him, at the time, the youngest ever race winner. And for 2004, Alonso continued to push forward, managing to finish an impressive 4th in the Drivers' Championship, behind only the dominant Ferraris and Jenson Button. But 2005 was the year Alonso really shone, beating McLaren's Kimi Raikkonen to the win in the championship that year, and then fighting and winning the championship against Michael Schumacher in 2006. This is where we first start to see a real love for Fernando. He won back-to-back championships, but not with a car that was completely dominant. Instead, with other teams that were hot on his heels. And Alonso had to use his racecraft and skills to stay in front of his rivals. Surely for Alonso, it was only up from here. 2007 was a tough year for Fernando. He had moved to the McLaren racing team, a consistently formidable rival, and he hoped to
Oh, this was hard for them.
use their machinery to continue his success. But he couldn't have predicted one factor. His teammate for the season was to be a rookie, and I'm sure Fernando was happy about this, as usually rookies take a back seat to driver number 1. But this rookie just happened to be Lewis Hamilton, and he had been brought through the junior series by McLaren to be their next world champion. And to be honest, Hamilton and Alonso were very evenly matched. By no means did Hamilton show Alonso up, but he would consistently fight him, and for a majority of the season was beating him in the championship. This led to Alonso losing his cool with the team, claiming they were favoring Hamilton. Fernando even tried to bribe members of the McLaren team to help him beat Hamilton. But by the end...
Sorry, what? Seriously? Is this real? Oh, cold.
End of the season, they tied on points, costing both of them a championship win and handing it to Kimi Raikkonen. This did create a divide. This was the first time we'd seen a different side of Alonso. The first time he'd really lost his cool, as someone had matched his pace, and despite his loyal fans sticking by him, opinion of him definitely lowered after 2007. Just how would he repair his reputation? Well, his move to Ferrari in 2010 was probably one of the greatest career decisions he made, as over the 4-year run with Ferrari, he was really able to show the Fernando of old again. Both in 2010 and 2012, Alonso brought the fight to the dominant Red Bull of Sebastian Vettel, finishing 4 points and 3 points behind Seb in each season respectively. And this was with a car many considered much worse than the Red Bull, and Fernando's luck was a lot less than favourable. And again, without any kind of dominant car, Alonso was able to challenge for a championship win, and this really brought a lot of love to Fernando.
Yes.
Not only was he up there fighting, but he was fighting for Ferrari, a team whose primary Italian fan base are fiercely loyal to any driver that brings them success. Unfortunately for Fernando, after 2012, Ferrari underdelivered, and he left the team.
Bye-bye.
McLaren was the next call for Fernando, and
Why Nokia? Why Nokia?
let's just say Alonso's luck had run out.
Oh yeah.
The engine was going much slower than before.
Already I have big problems now. Driving with diesel, looking like amateur.
After all of these issues, when Fernando announced his retirement in 2018, it left a sour taste in everyone's mouth. Since those Ferrari days in the early 2010s, Alonso hadn't had a chance to prove what he could really do. So in 2021, he returned to F1 with Alpine.
I didn't know that he even retired for a second.
And finished as high as third in his
Okay.
2-year stint with them, putting in some very good drives, but still having terrible luck. However, 2023 has been the triumphant return, and his fan base are louder than ever.
Seeing the sweat on your brow as well as your team.
For his third championship are back. He never had by far the best car, but he always did his best. And that is why everybody loves Fernando Alonso. So subscribe if you also love Fernando, as we're going for 50,000 subscribers. Goodbye!
Like, I remember there was one video that basically said the unluckiest F1 driver, it was Fernando, because all the time he gets kind of bad cars. So yeah. I can get it, like he is trying his best. He doesn't like I don't know, screw anybody over or something. But yeah, I kind of expected that this video will be longer. I didn't check before how long it will be. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you for suggesting, and I hope that you did enjoy this video, and if you did, please consider to leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, take care. Bye.